Hey everyone, welcome. Today we're going to do a special little session dealing with anxiety. And anxiety is something that comes up for many of us, and really a great way to kind of combat anxiety or just keep it at bay and help ourselves clear our minds and settle that nervousness is to do some relaxation, some breathing, and a little bit of movement. So that's what we're going to do today. So I want you to find a comfortable seated position. I have 2 beach or bath towels with me, and you're welcome to use those as a good prop for many of the positions we're going to get in. I also have a small ball back here, which is nice to have by you too. But if you don't have anything, that's no worries. We'll just do with our body. And if you do, that's great. So in your sitting position, the towels can be used to prop your hips up a little bit higher so that you don't feel so constricted in your hip sockets and you feel a little more space and room. So with our palms facing down onto our thighs, because we want to bring the intention and the energy in to our center and our bodies, and we don't want to radiate more energy out or take any more energy in. We're just going to be more introverted and focused on settling our nervous system and our body into the earth here a little more. So let's just start feeling our spine lifted but not held hard. Okay, so our body is maybe already in a space that feels a little rigid. So what we're going to try to do here is just feel our sit bones grounded into the earth. We're going to do a little body check-in. We're going to feel the outside of our ankles or the parts of our legs that are touching the mat or the floor. We're going to feel the clothing that we have on our bodies. So the pants or the shorts, the t-shirt, the tank top. Whatever we're wearing, we feel present against our skin. We're going to take a moment to notice anything around us that we hear. So what is the loudest thing that you hear? And then what is a different noise that you hear? And then we're going to bring our attention into our center. So from our legs moving up, we're going to notice our spine, our belly, our chest, our collarbones, our shoulders. Our bones sitting gently one on top of another. Our arms hanging from our shoulders down. Easy tension, no stress. And then we're going to pause here and see if we can maybe use another sense of smell and notice anything that we smell in the room. And maybe with that smell, that brings attention more to our breath. And that we're beginning to take full breaths in through our nose, cleansing new air, new oxygen, fresh air. And then as we exhale, we let that air out through our mouth, releasing energy that we don't need any longer. Again, taking fresh, clean air in, expanding our lungs, our ribs, our belly, and then exhaling, letting that air out, letting the old air out. Letting air that doesn't serve us or ideas that don't serve us to be released. And continuing with that breath, we're going to take our focus a little bit higher into our skull, into our head. And we may have a slight bow forward right now. Taking our focus more inward and down. So we notice that the back of the neck is longer. That we bring attention to the jawline and maybe release any tension, or the teeth or the mouth or the tongue. That we release those muscles to soften and relax. Our ears are soft and relaxed onto our skull. Our forehead is resting. Our hairline is resting. And our hair. We keep our breath flowing in through the nose and out through the mouth. In through the nose and out through the mouth. And again, one more. In through the nose and out through the mouth. And then gently rolling our chin up off of our chest a little bit more, and letting that lift, open our gaze, open our eyelids, and bring our presence back to what we see around us. Now we're going to take this into just a few small stretches so that we continue to calm the nervous system with the energy that we have now, but we also give the muscles some relaxation too. So if this feels comfortable to sit in, we're going to stay here. We're going to move our palms out to the side on the mat. We're going to take our right arm. We're going to reach it over and just give a gentle side stretch. So you can continue to keep your eyes closed, is absolutely fine. If that helps bring your awareness and your focus in and keep the energy calmer. Reaching that arm over, you're stretching that arm, just feeling the side of your body lengthen. You're trying to get some fascial stretching, some space in that part of your body. And then breathing and lifting that arm up nice and smooth. And then let's just take it over to the other side. So reaching that left arm out. We're taking this up and over, side stretching. Just feeling a gentle reach of the fingertips in one direction and the hips in the other. Nice inhale and bring it up. Let's do that one more time. So we're taking one arm out. We're reaching it out and over. Just an easy, gentle side stretch. Inhaling and coming on up and other side. Taking this arm out. Reaching up and over. Feeling that gentle side stretch. Nice. And then bringing that back up and over. Nice. All right, let's go ahead. We're going to come onto gently. You can remove the prop out from underneath your hips. We're going to gently move into just hands and knees. Again, you can use your prop underneath your wrists if you need a little more space underneath your wrists. Not such an acute angle. Pressing into the knuckles and the palms. The knees are just gently underneath the hips, so we're going to feel a nice long line from the head to the tail. And on an exhale, we're going to draw the belly in gently and just take a rounded position. So just rounding, folding ourselves in, feeling that nice scoop and press up. And then on an inhale, we're going to reach the opposite direction. We're going to send the sit bones up and back. Send the collarbones forward and up. And exhale, driving from the pelvis. We're going to round and curl. Just easy motion with your spine. Try not to be super forceful. If you're a mover, if you exercise a lot, you might feel like you really have to push and go into these motions with a lot of effort. And let's try to exhale. Keep that effort minimal. So it's really a soft approach to the movement. And inhale, releasing, collarbones wide, just feeling a nice stretch through the back. The sit bones are wide. 2 more times. Exhale, rounding and curling. Inhale, expanding and reaching. And exhale, rounding and curling. Great, coming back to the neutral spine. We're going to take our left hand, flip it up, and we're going to Weave that arm underneath us. Take a little dip to the floor. The weight is over your knees with the pelvis. The outside of the shoulders reaching towards the floor. You're using the other arm for help. Bringing that up, replacing that hand back, and then taking that other arm, weaving or threading the needle under, taking a nice side little rotation stretch. And bringing it back one more time each side. So all this movement is quiet, smooth, soft. Again, keeping your eyes closed throughout the whole session is absolutely fine, or just briefly opening them to check your surroundings and then reclosing. Good, and then here. All right, from here, we're just going to open the knees slightly. We're going to move the hands slightly forward, and we're just going to take a little rocking. So forward slightly and back. My spine stays pretty neutral. Not going all the way down, and I'm not going all the way forward. But rocking is such a nice, soothing action that if we feel that anxiety rising, or we feel that nervousness coming on, then we can take some sort of rocking to kind of calm that for a moment. Just a few more. Forward and back. Nice. One more time. Great. And then go ahead and walk your hands all the way back till you're sitting back on top of your legs for a moment. We're just going to swing those legs around. Bringing the legs forward on the mat. We're going to take a little bit of a gentle twist here. So you can, at this point, you can use your pillow, your towels for a pillow. We're going to roll down gently and just find a space on your pillow that feels good to have your head supported. Again, arms we're going to take out. Again, eyes closed or eyes open. Really up to you. We're going to bring our legs all the way together. And we're just going to take some gentle rocks back and forth. So we're just going to rock. The pelvis is going. I'm not trying to hold anything. I'm not using my abdominals. Just being as really effortless as possible. Yeah, it's just to calmer energies. And then after a couple more times, we'll quiet that to the center, and we'll take a nice cross of the right knee, the right leg over the left, and then we're going to gently let those knees fall off to the side, moving and twisting. So sometimes a twist is nice because it kind of is like squeezing out a towel. So we squeeze out all that energy that we don't need. Get a nice stretch through the back and the hips to feel a little more renewed. Now my back is almost completely off the floor, my shoulders off, so you just go to where feels comfortable for you. It feels like a nice, energetic release. Good, take a deep breath in. Let that go. Send the knees back to the center. Unfold that position, refold the other direction, so left knee crosses over right. And then we're just going to let those knees, the pelvis, the back fall over to the floor. And maybe your knees only go a quarter of the way or a little bit. It's totally fine. This is all about you, your needs, your body. And as you breathe, again, kind of tapping back into that idea of taking in new, clean air and letting out old air and things that don't serve us any longer. Good. In the And bringing those knees just back to center, nice and gentle. Unfolding. We're going to go ahead and just set our pelvis back in the center. Let's draw our right knee into our chest. We're going to extend the left leg along onto our mat, just easy. Pulling that knee in, we're going to take 2 breaths here. Feeling the lower spine maybe melting into the mat a little bit more. Great. And then just switching legs. So we take that right leg down, left knee in, right leg long, just on the mat. We're not trying to flex or point or do anything extra. Just giving that knee a little squeeze in, feeling the lower spine again, bones melting into the mat. 2 breaths. Releasing. All right, let's set our pelvis back in the center. We're going to just let our legs open. Let the legs flop out to the side. The palms are down towards the floor. Actually, let's move them up at this point. We're going to move them up because we're just going to allow the back of the body, the back of the bones to melt into the floor. So let's take this last minute, soften the eyes, rest the body into the mat. Gentle breath. And one more time, we're going to just go through the body and scan top of the head. Skull is soft into the back of the mat. The eyes are soft, the ears, the jaw, the teeth and the tongue are easy. The throat, the collarbones, the shoulders. The arm bones are long, weighted into the floor. The back of the lungs, the spine, the pelvis. The sacrum, the leg bones, the ankles, the feet and the toes are all heavy into the mat. Every space between every bone is softer. Just breathe easy. And if it suits you to stay here longer, taking more time to rest, please do so. If you're ready to move, then go ahead and just gently, softly fold and bring yourself onto one side, bringing yourself up to a sitting position, keeping the eyes closed or gently open if it serves you. Coming back to that seated position, whatever that is for your body. Using any props needed to help support your body. Bringing the hands to your heart center, softening your gaze or closing the eyes completely still, chin falling down towards your chest. Just taking a moment to know that your body has the power to be calm, to restore. And to hold space for you whenever you need it. Deep breath in, exhale. Slowly bring your gaze up, your eyes. just brought some calm into your space.